Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be doing another tier list. I know, a little bit controversial video. I know people had very strong opinions when it came to Ash's team and very strong opinions when it came to Gen 1 Kanto. This time I'm going to be covering Johto, which is Generation 2. Way less Pokemon than Generation 1, so it should be a much quicker video. And we'll see how people feel about Generation 2. I don't think it'll be quite as controversial as the first two videos, but I have a lot of fun doing these. Before we get started, let's go ahead and go to PvPoke first, and then you can type in the generation, and then it will filter for the generation. As you can see, in for Generation 2, in Great League, Generation 2 is pretty OP. Has 3 Pokemon in the top 10, and then 5 in the top 25. That's actually very good. So it's very strong representation in Great League. But in the other league, it's kind of not that great, to be honest. So Suicune and Shadow Suicune pretty high up. Meganium, these are pretty, like, maybe Typhlosion is sometimes used, Heracross is sometimes used, but really not that great. If we go to Ultra Premier, which is going to be coming out in about a week, you can see Heracross is up there, but like really not that good. And if you go to Masters, if we go to Masters, regular Masters, we see Raikou. That's not to use that often. Lugia, which is almost never used. So when it comes to Masters, in Premier, yeah, it's pretty trash. So really, Johto is all about Great League. So we're going to put that into context. So I have 5 categories here. I have S tier, which I think are the very best Pokemon. Only a few of them will make this list. And this is relative to the other Pokemon on this list. A tier is a very strong Pokemon. It's either going to be meta in multiple Go Battle League leagues, or it's been used a lot in Sylph, or combination of the two. B is like a strong off meta pick. It has some roles. You wouldn't find it on everyone's team, but if you encountered it, it wouldn't be that crazy to battle. And then C are basically Pokemon that maybe like the most off meta users would use, or I would use it in like one of my 150 Pokemon challenges, but it would be like one of the ones that I would be struggling to incorporate. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. And then as well, we have CP too low, and then we have Mega Evolutions as well, which I won't be listing, because since we don't know exactly how Megas will be working in Pokemon Go PvP. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already been rambling long enough. We're going to put this here. Bayleaf, I'm going to put it into B tier. It has some pretty decent bulk. If the Shadow variant ever comes out, I think it'll be pretty strong. Unfortunately, with the nerf to Ancient Power, it makes it a little bit less viable. So if it had a stronger coverage move, like I don't know, it probably doesn't even learn Rock Slide, but if it had a stronger coverage move to deal with flyers, I think it would be very strong. And then I'm going to put Meganium. Man, relative to everything else on this list, I'm gonna put it in A tier for right now. I might change it. Obviously, CP too low. Quilava, I'm gonna put into C tier. I don't even know what moves it has, but it's not used. I think it has like Ember or something like that. Nothing that great. And then Typhlosion, it's been used. It actually hasn't been that usable in that many Sylph Cups. And it is okay in great, not that great, unfortunately. And it is decent in Ultra, and it will be only decent in Ultra Premier, and then obviously has very little play in Ultra Masters. Man. It's either a strong B tier. It's definitely way higher than Bayleaf, or it's an A tier. I'm going to put it into B tier for now. It says okay moves, but, and then Feraligatr, it's kind of the same case. It probably has, it had really good play in season 1 of Ultra League, but not so much anymore. It's kind of in the same boat as Typhlosion. I'm going to put it there. It probably has a little bit better play in Ultra. I don't really know. I guess it's Ice Fang. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think I feel pretty comfortable with that. We're gonna put it there, and then for it, I'm gonna put it into C tier. Sorry, Arrow. Really great players can use it, but it unfortunately is not that great. I'm gonna put Hoot Hoot there, and then Noctowl I am gonna put into A tier. I know it's very strong in Silph Cups. If you don't do Go Battle League, if you only do Go Battle League, then you might disagree because you never see Noctowl. But it is very strong in Draft. It is very strong in a lot of Silph Cups. I don't think it's highly. It's like probably in the lower end of A tier, but certainly A tier. And then I'm gonna put this into C tier. Aridos, I'm gonna also put into C tier. I'm gonna resort the S and A tier ones. Crobat, I'm also gonna put into C. Yeah, it's okay. It's like maybe in the higher end of C tier, something like that. And then Chinchou, I'm gonna put there. What is Chinchou max out at? Cause some people are like, oh, it maxes out. Okay, this one only maxes out 1100. Okay. Lantern, I am gonna put into A tier. It's very strong in a lot of Silph Cups. It's usable in Go Battle League, only in Great League, but like that's gonna be the case for most of these Pokemon. Pichu, obviously, all these babies are. Maybe one day they'll release Baby League. Togetic, I'm just going to C tier. It's definitely not B tier. It's still probably like here if I were to actually rate it. Zatu is also same thing. It's probably like here. It's not usable in Go Battle League at all, and it was used in one Silph Cup, but not nothing too crazy. Mareep, okay, what does Flaffy max out at? It maxes out at 1500. So I won't put it into the CP too low because I'll definitely get roasted in the chat. This is a Mega, and then Ampharos. I'm gonna put it into B tier. It has like much less play now. It's probably like the lower end of B tier. It saw some play in Ultra, but definitely way less now. But let's see how Season 3 will treat it. Blossom, I'm gonna put into B tier. It's a very interesting Pokemon, especially with the Shadow variant. And then Azumarill, I'm gonna put into S tier. It is the best overall Great League Pokemon, hands down. You know, meta changes. You know, new Pokemon get added, things get nerfed, things get buffed. One thing stays true: Azumarill is going to be on a lot of people's teams. So it's undoubtedly, I would be surprised if any of these Pokemon top Azumarill on this list. It definitely is going to be number one. Sudowoodo, I'm going to put into C tier. Politoed, same thing. It might be B tier. It might be low end of B tier. But you need Legacy Earthquake. That's a controversial one. I'm sure people will tell me. Okay. What is this max out at? Skiploom maxes out 900. So, and then Jumpluff, I'm gonna put into B tier as well. Probably on the high end of B tier. It's definitely usable in some Silph Cups. It's very tanky. It's usable in Go Battle League. Actually, maybe I'll put into A tier. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put into A tier. I'm going to put low end of A tier. Obviously, this is too low. This is not good. And then I'm going to put... I had to put Quagsire into A tier. I'll reorder this afterwards. Espeon, Detroit Trash. I think Umbreon deserves to be up in S tier. If Johto had Pokemon that were versatile in multiple leagues, it might not be up there. Because it's only good in Great League, and it's not even usable in Ultra. It's usable somewhat in Ultra and Ultra Premier, but not really. And then Murkrow maxes out at 1500, so I'm just gonna put it here. It was usable in one cup, so it's actually more like up here. Slowking, as painful as this is for me, it's definitely C tier. Slow King. Did I say Slow Bro? I might have said Slow Bro, but Slow King, unfortunately, there. Same thing with Mischievous. Unknown. Unknown, I don't think maxes. It maxes 1100, so I'm just going to put CP too low. Wobbuffet, I'm gonna put CP too low. Girafarig, I'm gonna put into C tier. It was usable 1 cup, but it's very specialized. Pineco. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit here. And then Fortress, I'm gonna put into B tier. It's Shadow one makes it really interesting, but I think it's still a little bit difficult to use. And I think like other Escavalier has like overtaken as usefulness in terms of let me just adjust this actually. I'm probably gonna have to zoom out again actually. Let's just already do that. And oh, hopefully there's no like echo on the music. All right. And yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Dunsparce, unfortunately. Could be good. Could be good. With C tier. Gligar. I'm gonna put it into bottom of B tier. I think it definitely has some use, especially but it's like very nichey and you don't really use, and unfortunately it's dig. You're not gonna put it's like really the top of C tier. Steelix, I'm gonna put into B tier. Mega Steelix is down there. Snubble's there. Granbull, I had to put in B tier as well. It has some niche use in Ultra League, some niche use in Great League, especially with Snarl buff. It's like I'll actually reorder B as well. Quillfish. It's like top of C tier. Maybe it's B tier. I don't think it's as. Is it? I don't know. Oh, man. You know what? Let's put it bottom B tier. Let's move the Mega here. Mega here. Shuckle, unfortunately, is here. Scizor, I'm also going to put into B tier. Heracross. Ah, man, Heracross. I also got to put into B tier. Sneasel, I'm going to put into C tier. Obviously, Teddy Ursa too low. Ursaring, I'm going to put into C tier as well. And then Macargo, I'm also going to put into C tier. It's not that low, but I'm also going to put Pilus one into C tier. And I also put this into C tier. CP too low. I would love to see this used. It has Octazooka. It also has Mudshot. I don't know what its other moves are. But one to me one day. And then Delibird. Delibird maxes out at, let's see here. Delibird maxes at 1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna put it into CP too low. Mantine, I'm definitely gonna put into A tier. I think it's very strong in the Great League. It's also ranked very high on PV Poke. It's not used that often, but I think it's definitely really strong. Skarmory, I'm gonna put into S tier. Is that right? I think so. For now, I'm gonna say that's fine. Houndoom, I'm gonna put into C tier. Mega down here. Kingdra, I'm also gonna put into B tier. And then Donphan into C tier. Porygon 2, I believe. Put the C tier. What is this max out at? I have no idea. Stantler? I don't know. Okay, actually max out way higher than I thought. Okay, I'm also gonna put into C tier. Yeah. Smeargle? I don't Yeah, CP too low, I guess. Yeah. Hit or obviously Tyrogue too low. Hitmontop I'm gonna put into B tier. It has some use in Great League and in just in Great League because it maxes out at 2100. Maybe it has some. Yeah, I don't know. These babies are obviously too low. Miltank, I'm gonna put into C tier. If it had counter as a fast move, it would be really interesting. Blissey, I'm also gonna put into C tier. Raikou, oh, man. Okay, Entei, I'm gonna put into C tier. Suicune, I'm actually gonna put into A tier. Has like interesting play in Great, Ultra, even Masters Premier, somewhat, and then as well has what is it max out at actually? Max at 2900. Also has some play in some Silph Cups as well. So Raikou, is it a B tier? Man, it had some play in Masters, maybe in season 1. Really niche play. This is actually before the Wild Charge buff. Then Wild Charge buff, then things like Groudon came, more dragons. Oh man, I'm gonna put it into B tier. It might be on the low end. Tyranitar, I'm gonna put this in Mega. Unfortunately, sorry, one of my most favorite Pokemon is complete trash in PvP. Celebi, I'm also gonna put into. I'm gonna put into C tier. It definitely has some use in like some niche Master League cups, and then Lugia I'm gonna put into B tier. It's probably low end B tier. Tyranitar, I'm also gonna put in low end of B tier. It might be C tier. Okay, let's try order these things. Okay, so I like this order. Azumarill, Umbreon, Skarmory. Skarmory, especially with Brave Bird, is super strong. It's been a staple in the Great League for a very long time. Used in a lot of Silph Cups. Umbreon makes sense to me. It dominated several Silph Cups. Is also one of the tankiest Pokemon in Great League. One of the most versatile Pokemon. I think has really strong play. If it were not for Azumarill, it would be even better. Azumarill, the undeniable, emperor of Great League, right? Like, just like absolutely dominant. And if this was like, if any of these Pokemon had like really great play across multiple leagues, like a Melmetal or a Lapras or even a Swampert. Swampert is definitely more highly rated than Azumarill overall in PvP, not just in Great League, but because it's very strong in Ultra Premier, Masters Premier, and then a little bit in Masters. Azumarill probably wouldn't be an S tier, despite its like, maybe it would be, because I would put Dialga in S tier, even though it's only good in one league and it's the best. It'd probably still be an S tier, but I would probably put it on the lower end of S tier if we were to look at all the Pokemon across all the different leagues. So I feel comfortable with my S tier. Some people might disagree. I do think Meganium is the best Pokemon in A tier. You might argue that it's S tier, but that's always going to be the case at the top of any of these letters, of these tiers. In this list, I kind of like this order right now, actually, to be honest. Maybe Suicune deserves a little bit more credit because it's also playable in multiple leagues. And maybe it's like this. Noctowl is like not that useful in GBL, but it's so useful in Silph. Like, it's extremely useful in Silph and extremely useful in Draft. Like in Draft, for example, these 4 Pokemon, there's a chance that they don't get drafted, and no one is like saying anything, right? Maybe like Quagsire would be drafted, But no one would be saying anything if Noctowl doesn't get drafted. I think people are saying something, because it's a very strong flyer. Like there's in draft, there's like a limited. It's probably like the third strongest flyer. I think I can say that. Pelipper would obviously be pretty strong now too, but I haven't seen that many drafts. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with this list. Now let's go to B tier. That's actually pretty tough. Okay, what is the most useful Pokemon here? I'm not gonna be able to rank these all because like some of these are like probably should be in C tier. I don't think any of these belong in A tier. Yeah, I don't think any of these belong in A tier. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm in over my head on this one. Okay, let's define what's like definitely not at the. Okay, so I'm comfortable with like I'll rank the top 5. Maybe that. I'll put the top 5. That might be tough still too. Oh man. What's the best? I think Heracross is the best Pokemon on this list. Hot take. Heracross is usable in both Great and Ultra, and has probably been more usable in more cups than Typhlo. I think it's like, This is my list: Heracross, Fortress, Typhlosion, Feraligatr, Grand Ball, and then I would say, is Scizor the best of these lists? Maybe Steelix is better. But yeah, maybe Steelix is better. I'm not gonna rate these last like 9 because I think that's my list. That's my list. I'm not gonna rank these C tier. Okay, what I think are the controversial ones that people are gonna have beef with. I think Meganium, debatably S tier. My order on the top 5 here, people might be. The thing is, like, outside, if you're not good in Great League for Johto, like, you're probably not that good, right? So, like, all these Pokemon are good in Great League. Maybe, like, Suicune is maybe the worst out of these ones, but Suicune is usable in Ultra League, right? Which is why it's ranked in A tier. And then Noctowl is not that useful in GBL, but is very good in Draft and very useful in Silph Cups. It's been meta in many Silph Cups. So I don't think this list is that controversial. Some people might say Heracross is A tier. These B tier ones, okay, I would say like these first, maybe up to Scizor is not controversial. I think these ones are definitely B tier. These ones you could put into C tier if you wanted to. I wouldn't say too much. Maybe I would say like, Hitmontop or Kingdra or Blossom or even Ampharos deserve to be in B tier. But these are, if you put Raikou into C tier, I'm not too fussed. Lugia, it's not meta. But it's also not that crazy to use, right? And maybe with the rise of Mewtwo, we see more Lugias. Maybe, and maybe one day I'll get Aeroblast. And then Tyranitar has his Shadow variant. So I don't think this list is that crazy. So I think I'm pretty happy with this list. In C tier, are any going to argue that they should be B tier? I don't think so. To be honest. I think this is a pretty good list. Like, you might say Houndoom, because of his Shadow variant, is a little bit higher up in the C tier, but most of these are not that great Pokemon. Maybe Politoed deserves but it hasn't been proven to be useful in very many universally useful in many Silph Cups or in GBL. Though I think it has some potential. It's just kind of like a worse Swampert without the double weakness and without the double weakness, and then without the number of different resistances that make Swampert useful as well. And then a worse water move than no stab on Earthquake. Maybe I think it's maybe a little bit tankier. But I'm pretty happy with this list. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this list. Okay, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this list. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Let me know what tier list, or what do you want me to tier list next, and I will give it a shot. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.